Hello everyone, Damien here from DKBrickStudios, and today we'll be doing another Build Talk video here today. Yes, indeed we will. So, today we'll be finishing up Subject Delta, and also talk about BioShock. BioShock, Minerva's Den, my thoughts on the rest of the BioShock games. Yeah, we'll cover what those are, and we'll go from there. So, if that's the intro, we'll get this started. Shall we? Let's. Alrighty, so we'll be continuing on from where I left off from the last video. So yeah, we'll be continuing from the last video of BioShock stuff. So today, we'll be talking about BioShock, Minerva's Den, Minerva's Den, what else? What's the other? BioShock Infinite, and Burial at Sea Part 2. Burial at Sea. The two Burial at Sea games. So yeah. If you've not seen Part 1, I highly recommend checking those out. I'll be referencing things that I've mentioned about first games, and so you can get an idea how I got into BioShock and all that other good stuff of what my thoughts are on BioShock 1 and 2. Highly recommend checking that out so you can kind of get a reference frame of mind. And yeah. So yeah, let's get on into this. Shall we? Let's. Alright, so BioShock 1. Well, BioShock Minerva's Den. Minerva's Den. Alrighty, so Minerva's Den was actually not that bad of a game. I actually really liked Minerva's Den. It's actually a really great DLC. I would also recommend this for anybody who's getting into BioShock. This is probably going to be the ending of the things I recommend, but yeah, but we'll get into why I really wouldn't, but why I would recommend this, because, well, I mean, it's another great story. I really am interested, I really found it interesting, the whole idea of not just that, oh, we're trying to, Subject Sigma, which is a really great, I love that they brought in another Alpha Series Big Daddy into the mix, but we also got but we also got to experience, see what this other portion or part of Rapture, Minerva's Den, which is a really interesting building, in of itself, with everything inside of it. Love the interior, the whole idea of it. The Lancer, the Lancer Big Daddy, the ion laser is a cool weapon. Love that weapon. Honestly, the whole place is a really interesting location, and I really feel like they did a really great job with the game. And I really found it interesting. Now, normally, I would main the machine gun. Now, I don't know if I found the machine gun in that game. I have to go back and I gotta play it again to explore more and all that. I have to replay it, because there's so much to it. But I love it. I really do. I find it to be really cool. But, yeah. BioShock Minerva's Den is actually really cool in that sense. And with the fact that, back to the main thing. I mained the ion laser, because it was a new weapon and I really liked it. I also liked Gravity Well. Gravity Well was actually a really cool plasmid. It's actually a really interesting plasmid. I found it to be probably a favorite of mine. So yeah. Let's see. So, the whole story, like the ending, that was a creeper. Oh man. I'm sorry. It's popular right now. This video is probably going to get very, very dated as time goes on. It's going to get dated as time goes on. Probably once months pass, but still, I don't really care. I'm still going to say creeper. Oh man, in the future. But yeah, I really enjoy how Subject Sigma learning that Subject Sigma was Charles Milton Porter the whole time, and he was giving you the instructions on how to get the thinker out, and how he was betrayed by Reed Wall and all that. That kind of felt depressing. Like, it was sad to hear that he had this sad story. Like, nobody in Rapture has a happy timeline. Okay, everybody has a bad line. All right, everyone needs there's something wrong. Like, people could just use some help. They could use like a hug, they have a sad history, okay? They have some sad moments in their history, and they sometimes end up with some sad moments in their history as well. But still, I feel bad for them, for Charles Milton Porter, what he had to go through in his life, losing his wife and all that. I did like the whole, the Lancer, though, having that different Big Daddy was actually a really cool idea. It was different. It felt unique to the city. It would have been nice to have the ion laser in the main game, though, just because it's such a nice gun. I don't know which gun I would replace it with, to be perfectly honest, but it would have been nice to have it. The setting of Minerva's Den is a really interesting setting. The city, the place was really cool. There is so much to explore. It just looked so cool. Yeah, honestly, I don't know what else is there to really talk about, with that. I mean, I feel like most of this video is going to go into my thoughts on BioShock Infinite. I honestly haven't really played Minerva's Den in a while. I need to do that. I'm going to start inserting Minerva's Den into my gameplay as I play it. I'll probably, if I have time left over, I'll talk about the Protector Trials, my thoughts on that, and my thoughts on, the challenge rooms. My thoughts on those as well. But that's in case if we have extra time. So yeah, this one is actually very shorter. It's a lot shorter than the last one. I thought how I cut it up was actually even, but apparently not. Silly me. But hey, nothing wrong with that. So yeah, honestly, I mean, I kind of needed all that time, but yeah. Honestly, I don't think I might need as much time as I can get for Infinite. So yeah, let's get on to Infinite. Well, actually, I'm going to try to see was there anything else with BioShock, with Minerva's Den. I mean, I've only fully played it once, and I've gone for, a portion of it before the game was not, I couldn't fully save itself, which sucked, or, something happened, and I had to, restart the damn game, and I'm like, screw it, I'm not going to play the game anymore. I'm not going to start from the very beginning again, I'm just going to start, and, I'm just going to play BioShock again. But, yeah, and I did it in my one world in my one save that I had where it was like, oh, I'm going to play as Jack, running around Rapture. Yeah, that's kind of how I did it. Like I said, I need to play the game again, but I really like it. It was actually a lot of fun. The twist was something I never expected. It had another one of those twists like in BioShock 2 and 1. Loved that. The character designs, the displacement designs actually felt like they fit in the world. Honestly, the world felt like it felt like Minerva's Den was important to Rapture. Like, without Rapture, without Minerva's Den, you wouldn't have Rapture. Minerva's Den is, integral. It's, very important. Now, of course, I remember seeing some videos, talking about, oh yeah, this would have been great if it was a game of its own. I probably would have liked that also. Having that be its core game, another game. That would have been nice, actually. I probably would have really enjoyed that. Have more time to, explore Minerva's Den, maybe explore a little bit more of the city. That would have been nice, but hey, it's whatever at the moment. I'm perfectly fine with it. I really enjoy having Bridget Tenenbaum play another role in the game, play a role in that game as long. And I should mention I did enjoy having her play some role in BioShock 2. Having her play a bit of a role in that as well was nice. Bridget Tenenbaum is a favorite character of mine. I have mentioned this before, but she is on the autism spectrum, and I am on the spectrum as well. And we're both on the high end, so high functioning end of it. So I feel for her. Like I do feel bad for her how she ended up in this. Like I can kind of relate to her in a way, like just how she's gone through it. And I would love for her to. I would love to end up being like a well-renowned like director if I actually go into Hollywood one of these days. If not, then I'd love to become a well-renowned writer and pretty good with my YouTube channel. I hope this channel grows to a good point where I can start getting income off of it one of these days. But hey, one of you guys might be watching. Somebody might be watching this in the future and be like, you've reached that goal, dude. You've reached that goal. But yeah, yeah. So it's I kind of got past the time I wanted to reach for Minerva's Den. But if there's anything else I have for this game, I mean, that's not much really to cover for the game. I'm gonna need all the time I can get for Infinite and as well for Burial at Sea. So I've only played both of those games once, so my brain's a little foggy on them, but I do remember why I'm not a fan of them. And we'll get into why I'm not a fan of them. If you've seen any of my Build Talk videos before this, where I've mentioned them, you'll finally get to know why. So without further ado, let's get into why I am not a fan of BioShock Infinite. BioShock Infinite, there are some things that it did. One of the things that I wasn't particularly a big fan of was the whole huge religious thing. I love the city. The city of Columbia is beautiful. Is great. It's great by design. Like concept wise, it's wonderful. I love the concept for it, but in practice, it could have been executed differently. But that's just my thought. I really feel like they could have toned it down with the the religious aspects of the game. I really feel like they could have. It would have made it a little bit more enjoyable for me, at least, because I'm not like that religious. Okay, I'm not somebody who I believe in the gods of the Greek and Romans and in the Force. So yeah, I don't go to church every Sunday, as one would do. So yeah, it just it kind of just felt annoying. Like everywhere I would turn, I'd hear another religious thing, and it's like, come on. I get there's a religion in this thing, but can we stop with all this? It's very annoying. And I kind of feel like it didn't really fit with BioShock 1 and 2, along with Minerva's Den, because those three kind of fit together in a nice story, in a way. But yet again, with BioShock Infinite, it tried to add another part to the city, another city and another world to that already existing one, in something that was already established and all that, and it felt like I was just sitting there being like throughout the gameplay, I'm somebody who's a stickler for things being accurate, canon accurate. I'd be like, excuse me, don't you mean well, this was more during Burial at Sea, but I'd probably be like, I was like, do you mean when I would have shock, you mean excuse me, don't you mean Electrobolt? because I like Electro Bolt. I use Electro Bolt. I am a fan of Electro Bolt. Electro Bolt is my favorite plasmid. One of my favorite plasmids, actually. One of the reasons is because I could go bleh like if we're Palpatine from Star Wars. For those of you who don't know and have watched me just for my BioShock content, I am a big Star Wars fan. That is why I've actually tried to vary up this year's content. Besides just being in mostly Star Wars, that was what was last year. Last year was just Star Wars, pretty much. The only time we had nothing was when it was different was April. It was in April. There was a little bit of difference in April last year, and there was supposed to be a little bit of something different at the end of that last year, but I had college to worry about. So yeah. But I honestly, like I said, I'm doing the best I can I was able to get the stuff done here for the second semester this year so far, and I'll be doing the best I can for this one. Probably by the time this goes out, I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to think of timeline-wise. Yeah, I'll be on my first day of classes, so hey. As of the day of this being uploaded, for those of you who are watching in the future, I'll probably either be in college or out in the real world or whenever you're watching this, so hey. Always refer to something recent, okay? But right now I'm, off in college. So yeah. But, Infinite, one of the things I missed from BioShock 1 and 2 that Minerva's Den, not Minerva, but that Infinite did, I have Minerva's Den in my head right now. It's the name in my head right now. I don't know why, but I do. That I missed was the weapon wheel. I really missed the weapon wheel. The two guns I used throughout the entire game were pretty much mostly throughout the entire game after, you can say pretty much the entire game, was the machine gun and the carbine. Nope, I didn't. You'd probably be like, oh wait, you didn't pick up any of the other guns? I would occasionally, but I'm like, I don't really like it. No. The carbine, great for sniping people and getting people, at a good distance and range, and the machine gun, great for getting people who are up close. So I had a mid-range, medium and long range, and a short medium ranged weapon, which was nice. I actually liked that. I heavily enjoyed having those. Those were the two guns that I used a lot, pretty much throughout the entire game. And as soon as I got Shock Jockey from the game, I pretty much just fully used Shock Jockey, because Shock Jockey was my Electro Bolt. I barely used any of the Vigors. That's kind of how I was with all the other BioShock games. I have to work on getting used to using the Vigor of the plasmids and all that. But I've been doing good. It was just that I was having trouble with all that, learning it was like, the game just felt so different to me in a way, what would be the best way to describe it? I sat, it felt different, definitely felt different from BioShock 1 and 2, which was a good thing, but in certain ways, I didn't really like it. It felt so drawn out, we need to get Elizabeth out of the city. Okay, awesome, I can do that. While you have a number of people coming after you who also want to take Elizabeth back to her tower, and also have somebody, a Comstock, who is you from this timeline, but you are from a different timeline, and you have to deal with that, and it's wait, hold on. Wait a second, I have to deal with what now? And, okay, I can handle all of that, but all the little side quests we did, like getting the guns for the Vox, which I was like, oh my god, can I please just get the guns to the Vox? I don't want to open up another tear, but if I have to open up another tear, I'll do it. Fine. I don't mind doing it. And I also dislike the fact that I had to keep grabbing, I had to remind myself where I was in this timeline. I'm like, okay, She went from one universe, like, okay, we were in the original timeline. Now we went from one universe where Chanlin existed, was alive, to where he was dead. From when he was dead to alive, and then we went to one universe when the weapons were there and not. And then I think there was another switch in the timelines. I forget. Maybe one or two more. Again, it was crazy. The whole Siren thing was a bitch of a battle. I really hated her. Hated that bit. Hated not having Elizabeth with me when she was away. I'm like, fine, go away. Fine, I'll finish this myself. No, wait, I actually really need you. You are really helpful. You give me ammo and salts and all that other good stuff. Thank you. Come here, you. Come here. I do like Elizabeth. Elizabeth was a cool character. I will say that. I only played that kind of that escort mission. I have played escort missions before in other games, and they kind of sucked with, like, having me attack other ships. But, hey... Yeah, it just... I'm like, God, can I please not deal with this? It's fighting with the people. I just... At least she was able to hide and not get, like, herself killed all the time. And I'm like, God, girl, now I gotta start this level all over again. At least she was good. I'm glad that didn't all happen throughout the game, because otherwise that would be really annoying. But hey, you know, like, that was one aspect of the game that was actually kind of nice. But again, you know, the bad kind of outweighs the good, and there was a lot of bad. As I've been saying already, there's some good, yet bad. Right now, actually, I'll kind of add a commentary to the model. Of what's being done here. We're working on the hands. Again, I seem to be talking about this from time to time. I really like how I did the hands. The hands are a beautiful build, and I really like how I did them. They're like one of my favorite designs of one of my favorite. I really like how I tackled them. They're really good, and I feel like I did a really good job of them. Yeah, honestly, ever since I did the ones for Titanfall, I feel like I did a really good job knocking them out of the park with these guys, with the BioShock guys. So yeah, back onto this. Right after we do this, we're right about to start the drill. I'm gonna be working on the drill. So yeah, back onto BioShock Infinite. Infinite. Like I said, Infinite was not that, like, so, like I mentioned, it felt like it kept drawing on. Like, all the extra side quests just kept making it feel like, just made it feel like I was just taking forever to get to where I need to go, and I was like, can I please just get her out of this city and get her to Paris? I don't care I gotta take her to New York, I want to get her to Paris. Okay, let me get her there, or at least out of here. I don't care where I take her, just get her to Paris. And I was glad I at least got the game done, because otherwise I would have been like, oh God. What kept me going through that was the whole, was just the fact that I was like, okay, I want to give this game a shot. I'm giving this game a shot. I kept giving it a shot, okay? I kept wanting to see if things were going to get better. I wanted to see how things were going to go. There were some things that were okay, but it was like, okay, it doesn't really work for me as BioShock, because, like, I don't really feel like this is a good BioShock Infinite. Like, BioShock Infinite could have been better, and yet it didn't hit home what I was hoping for. But again, you know, finish me lemonade. But it just kept going, and I was like, okay. And then, of course, the songbird is coming in from time to time. I'm like, can I please just shoot you? I want to get rid of you. Can I please just shoot you out of the sky? Okay, let me fight you. Come fight me, boy. Come fight me. Alright, let's fight. Okay, I'll fight you. And That never happened. I would have liked to have fought him. I'm sure I could have taken him out. Would have done the same thing I've done with BioShock, you know, in BioShock 1 and 2, some good old Shock Jockey, Devil's Kiss, well, their version at least, I'm talking about the vigorously, the Shock Jockey, Devil's Kiss, maybe the Crow one, back to Shock Jockey, and then just lay it on them. But if I had, the other weapons I needed, I would have been like, all good. All good. So yeah. Also, at this point in time, I was actually trying to make the drill, actually give the drill, the whole, how that had, how the arm has that whole extended bit on it. I wanted to actually try that for this guy, but it apparently didn't work out as I planned. So I ended up giving up on that, as you'll see later, and just went with what we have for the bouncer, which honestly works. I mean, for the simplicity of it, of how he looks in a way, it works out really well. So yeah, let's see, what else? What else is with the game? Oh, the whole the Boys of Silence thing. God, I freaking hated that bit where I was in Colombia after, and I had no ammunition. I'm like, I just want some ammunition. I need some ammunition. I welcome death. Because I would get ammunition, but I didn't have enough to fight all the guys. I didn't know I needed to be quiet in those levels. I needed to not do anything and not get spotted, but I just shot, though. I would be like, okay, I'm going to shoot you, not these guys, or shoot. I would try to kill them before. I would fail every time, and I was like, God damn it. Why am I failing? Figured it out at least. I figured out why. I at least figured out a way. And, yeah. But, I will say, this game did do one thing that the other games didn't do. It gave me a freaking jump scare. And that was when I pulled the lever to go get to Elizabeth, I believe. Or something like that. And because I had to pull it over for something, I forget what. But then one of those guys was right behind me, and I was like, I jumped, right after they made the noise. I was like, what the? I jumped out of my seat I jumped out of my seat, and I was like, what the? I had to just get myself back together, and then I'm like, okay, bad guys are coming. We gotta load up, And I did it. At least I was able to do that. One thing I also kind of disliked with BioShock Infinite was the fact that I didn't have multiple med kits. I had to either have one on me to help I could either click one to heal me up, or click on one to help heal me, or none. And it kind of sucked because I like having the multiple. I'm in the middle of a battle and I just go, okay, medkit time. Or if I need, with the Eve, I really like having the ability to just go, going into my arm, and if I needed to use it, or with Delta, where you just shove the thing in his arm. Which, I won't lie, actually, it just was easy for him to refill it with his hand. That's super nice. That's what I liked about dual wielding in BioShock 2. And it made it super nice for me to just go, okay, load it up. Okay, this plasma's being refilled. We used the gun a bit. Okay, gun's being reloaded. Use that. Okay, I didn't have to worry about, okay, the gun's being reloaded. I have to wait for the gun to reload before I swap over. Or I can swap over, reload the gun. I had to make a choice. It's not that was with BioShock 1, but still. I feel like BioShock 1 and 2 actually had the best gameplay mechanic, to be perfectly honest with that. But again, that's me. I love being able to just, you know, just start firing at the big daddies or whatever, fire at whatever target I'm firing at, and then have my Eve be loaded up, have my Eve refill when I need it to be refilled, so I can then chuck if it's really low, and I can refill it as quickly as possible. It's super nice, honestly. And I kind of miss the dual wielding. The dual wielding was nice, I will say. I do miss it in BioShock 1, but I will say it would have been nice if they kept that in BioShock 2. BioShock 1, I mean, before they cut out, which, again, referencing another video, BioShock, either Part 1 or Part 2 of the Lancer mock, not mock, but build talk. You can check that out. Highly recommend checking that out. So yeah, as you can see right now, we actually have the drill on, which is actually really nice. I really do like the drill. The drill is actually really nice. Actually adds to the look, and that's what we start with the game, and I really do like it. This model, I'm just going to say, this is one of my favorite BioShock models I've made so far. It's just such a well done model. Even with all the pain that I had with it, it honestly was worth it. Of all the struggling I had with it, it was worth it because I was able to figure out how to make it work. So yeah, I'm going to try to cover a little bit more of this. Try to go to like, the 40-minute mark on this, maybe 45, and then talk about the last two games. So yeah, talk about the other two. So yeah, let's see, what else is there to be talking about? Well, I will say this. The skyhooks, those were nice. The skyhooks were really nice in the game. And it was really nice having that because it was a really interesting feature. I really liked it. Being able to just, it was really unique and interesting to that game, and I was like, oh wow, this is actually really cool. I like this. This is really cool. It was kind of fun to do those, but again, I was like, okay, some of the bits in that game was just, oh boy. Now, also speaking of that, the whole oh boy bit, that I did there, you heard that was me tossing my lemonade I had, but, the looting in that game, and this is going to kind of lead me into the looting of BioShock 1 and 2, because I forgot to talk about that in the last video, but I will talk about it briefly here, after I talk about 3, about this game's looting. I kind of felt like I was scummy. I felt like a scum. Even killing the guys. I felt like a scum because, you know what? These guys are actual people. Not somewhat deranged splicers trying to, find their next bit of Adam. Finding a little bit of Adam. No, these guys probably had a family or something, somewhere in Colombia. And I just killed their source of income. Sucks. It sucked. I kind of got used to it as time went on, but it was like, I really didn't like it. I really didn't like it. And also, with the whole, looting, like, I can just go up to a hot dog stand, grab a hot dog and or popcorn, and the owner's not going to come after me and, arrest me or anything. I could just steal something from there. It's like, excuse me, what? Meanwhile, in BioShock, I could just go into a store, grab some food, grab some of the resources in there, and nobody's gonna give a damn because the city's already downhill. Okay? It's all downhill from here. Like, also, it feels weird having to go digging for money and food in trash cans when that makes more sense in BioShock 1 and 2 because these people are deranged, okay? They might have accidentally thrown their food in there, okay? They may have thrown a scrap of food, some food in there. might have done that. I mean, I don't blame them. I mean, they're deranged. And this is the same thing for 2. I don't mind that. It makes no sense, although, that makes sense to me. Although, logic, I'm like, at one point, like, early on in the gameplay, I'm like, Big Daddy eats, Pep Bar how? I don't care, this game's fun. I just had to take a question that to myself, but I was like, I don't care, this is a fun game. I'm like, logic, this makes no sense. But yeah, it was actually real fun that's like something with the game. It's like, wait, huh? Like that makes no sense. Like, you're having people go and just toss their food. Like, I would find money in the bins and trash cans. I'm like, damn, these people just don't care about their money. These people are just stacked with dollars with the silver eagles that they don't really care about their just don't care. They could just throw it away and throw their money away, literally. For me to just come on by and be like, oh hey, let me take this money from you. And yeah. Also, we are actually right now at this point in time working on the rivet gun. I actually didn't add the clip to the model. I meant to do that actually, but I didn't really see it on here, and I couldn't really figure out where the heck it was supposed to go. But I know I at least got it in. At least made the model, the gun. And if you want, you're welcome to build the other rivet gun as well. For the heck, you're even welcome to go check out the Rumbler Rosie. Heck, build the whole Rosie if you'd like. I mean, the Rosie model is not a bad Rosie. I really like the Rosie model. But yeah. Let's see here. It felt weird playing that game where I just go, oh, let me just grab some food from here. And, from the trash can. And it was like, makes no sense how, but okay. Okay. Plus the whole pants thing, the whole like clothing. I was like confused, like, wait, what? This is what now? This gives me upgrades? Okay, I'll take whatever I can get. Okay, and then I'll take whatever I can get that's better than this, I mean, heck, I really like the tonics and the, the tonics, because from the gene tonics from BioShock, because you can have so many different ones. Like, it was so nice, I could just go, oh, I need more gene tonics. Let me get some gene tonic slots, put some of those in, and go run around with have some genes. Have some of those going, It's in my gene, I have some new power. But no, I gotta, It was nice, I will say. Let's see, is there anything else before I get into the ending? Because the ending was, oh boy. Let's go into the ending, and if there's anything else that pops up, let's cover that. The ending was confusing AF. I'm gonna cover from after we, right after Songbird destroys the siphon. So basically, we go into Rapture. I'm sitting there in my chair being like, wait, are we gonna not just go, be like, are we not just gonna go, and be like, are we, not gonna just acknowledge that we're in Rapture right now? That we're actually in the city of Rapture? Excuse me, but are we not going to acknowledge that? Or what? And that's pretty much the whole reaction I had in the and at that point, and pretty much after, I think. But I was like, are we not going to acknowledge that? The whole the whole thing with, like, we need to go smother Comstock in his crib. It's like, you're gonna go kill yourself. Awesome. Smooth job, dude. Hooray for killing ourselves. In legit terms, like, that just is like, really, we're gonna go kill ourselves. And, yeah. Really interesting. I'm not gonna lie. But hey, it is what it is. It makes no sense for us to have that happen and then Barrel at Sea happen, but again, you know, my theory on the multiple universes of BioShock exist. That's the thing. If you've not seen that video, check that out. Highly recommend it. Helps me understand the whole craziness that Infinite gives to this universe. It's a doozy. I'll say that, but it is a doozy. So yeah, and you know, all of these different doors and all of that, it's like, can we, like, actually, go out and about and explore them? Or something, like, I actually was curious, can I go over to, like, a lighthouse on the other side of the ocean? Like a far distance and explore them? I think you can, actually. But I mean, hey, that's just my curiosity being at play there. I believe I mentioned we're working on the rotary gun here. Next will be the machine gun, which actually those are the two guns I actually like to use in BioShock 2. I definitely like to use the rivet gun during the time when the little sister's gathering the atom, just because it's so nice to just go, like, just, you know, quickly take them out, because, you know, there's so many other elements to the, that I have, so many traps I have set up for them. If you haven't seen my the previous build talk where I talk about what I have set it up, go check that out. Highly recommend that to get an idea what I do for that. But yeah. Yeah. And I will say, and it just kept getting, it was so confusing. I'm like, wait, what? Huh? I'm so easily confused. And the gameplay, like, the whole narrative, I was just so confused. Like, what was the story behind this game? The game's story, I had no idea what the story was. And I just couldn't figure it out. Even though I watched some videos about BioShock Infinite before I actually played the game, I had no clue about it. It was just so bewildering to me. So, yeah. Yeah, so, there's something else I was going to mention here. Oh yeah, the whole thing with the, voxophones, it kind of got annoying when I would go to listen to one, and Elizabeth would just start talking, and it was like, you know what, screw it, I don't care if I find one, I'm gonna pick it up and not listen to it. I don't really care that I have one. I really don't care. I really don't care. When I was alone, I would listen to them. But when she was just with me, I was like, nope, I can't. I'm sorry. I wish they built something into her AI where she would acknowledge the fact that you were listening to a voxophone and listen with you. That would actually have been really nice. But no, they didn't do that. That would have, that was, no, okay. And then we have, oh yeah. One thing I did like was the whole fact that you got to kind of see, like, the transit, like, when he gets a new vigor, you see him, like it affect his body and change. I mean, we did have something like that with some of the vigor, for some of the plasmids, like with Incinerate. Every time you got a new level of Incinerate, it would change and look different. And with Electrobolt, like, there would be more electric, more lines of electricity going through your hands and in between your fingers, which was really cool. Like, you just see sometimes which would actually have like a look of difference on your hand, but I mean, that actually was a kind of a cool touch to the game. I do like that, I will say. Hmm. Remember, is there anything else I want to talk about before we get into Burial at Sea? And then if we have time over, we'll go over the other remaining games of Bio, and go really quick if we have, depending on how much time's left, the other two things. I will say this, I will be willing to give Infinite a shot again at some point in the future. It's just left a bit of a sour taste in my mouth, and it's just, I'm not really, I don't want to go at it again, but I'll give it a shot again to, play it. I have not done Clash in the Clouds. I've not really done anything much with Infinite. In the BioShock disc thing I have, in the disc holder I have, I basically have the BioShock Infinite, where the BioShock 1 and 2 disc would normally sit, where it's hidden by a pamphlet, by a piece of like some promotional art or something like that. And I have BioShock 1 and 2's disc where Infinite would be, so that way I could just, easily grab 1 and 2 and not have to keep looking at Infinite. I could just ignore Infinite. That's just how I am. I mean, it's just something about me. It's something. I mean, like I said, I'll give it a shot again. I'll have to see when, but I'll probably let you guys know. I'll probably give it a shot if somebody actually requests, what's its face? Columbia. If somebody requests Columbia, I will play that game again just to, kind of get an idea of what Columbia needs. But yeah, I don't really know what Columbia needs, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, I know we'll need that, the statue. That statue will be very important. But after that, I have no clue. If somebody who does request that, please be willing to let me know what would be important for that game, for that model, so what would be important for that city, just so I have an idea. I won't have you do the heavy lifting, but just some of the heavy lifting for me to help me out a bit here. So yeah, I think I'm trying to figure out, is there any more things I want to go over for Infinite before we go into Burial at Sea? I will not say we have finished the Rivet Gun. I actually really do like the Rivet Gun. The Rivet Gun looks really cool, and I really like how it came out. It's actually one of my favorite weapons I've made so far out of, like, I actually like how I made every gun for the Big Daddies. All the guns are cool looking. They're all unique and different, and I like how I attacked them. Even the ones for Titanfall 2, those guns are really unique and different. And heck, blasphemy a bit, but you could take the guns from those guys and give them to the BioShock guys and vice versa. Hey, I wouldn't mind that. I'd probably do that, with my guys, I already have an idea for the logo. I'm going to have like a Subject Delta fighting one of my favorite Titanfall models. It's probably going to be Ion. I really like how I did Ion. But, yeah, I'll probably have those two guys look like they're fighting each other. But, yeah, I'll have to get them both in a good pose to do that and make it look like I'm, they're in the middle of a battle. But, yeah, hey, you'll have to see that when it happens. So, yeah. Now, how about we just get into Burial at Sea? We have about 10 minutes left. So, let's get into Burial at Sea, Part 1 and Part 2. I'm going to cover them both together because, they warrant to be together. So, I kind of just liked I kind of wanted more, to be perfectly honest. I kind of was hoping for more. I mean, it would have been nice for more from the game. Like, Burial at Sea, Part 1 and Part 2, like, they both were good games, but, I mean, look, again, I had both the carbine and the machine gun in my hot slot, Also, I will say this, I actually did like the whole, the two, like a little wheel, like a way for you to have the two plasmids, available at the bottom, and then you can swap the plasmid there with the wheel. I really like that system. I really wish they had that in other BioShock games and implement that if they make a new BioShock game into that game. This is relevant to this game as well because this actually does relate to that. I would love if they would to bring that in because that was actually a really nice system and it was very helpful and beneficial for me. Really useful. I mean, I would actually just flip between the ones that I could use, whichever one was the most needed at the point in time. And yeah, I hope they do something like that in the next game, to be perfectly honest. But yeah. The game just, God, the game felt weird. It just, like, it felt like I was trying to bring in things from Rapture and Columbia at the same time. Like, you were in the world of Rapture, but you had things of Columbia in it. Like, you had Shock Jockey in there. And I'm like, excuse me? You mean Electro Bolt? Or Devil's Kiss? Don't you mean Incinerate? Or Old Man Winter? Don't you mean, Winter Blast? Like, hello. Or, like, if, I don't remember if they had possession, but if they did, hello. Hacking. I like the hack. Hacking was actually a really nice aspect of BioShock Infinite. BioShock 1 and 2, I liked hacking. Hacking was a nice thing. But, yeah. I like BioShock 1's hacking more than BioShock 2, but that's just because I'm really good at getting all the puzzle, doing the plumber's pipe dream, the pipe plumber's dream. I believe that's what it's called. I'm really good at those. I really like doing those. The first time I actually played it, I didn't really know what the hell to do, so I just did whatever. But yeah, I really like those. Honestly, I mean, like, the whole battle with the Big Daddy kind of felt like it was a rough battle. Like, I mean it. I just couldn't handle fighting him. It was annoying. I got annoyed pretty often fighting him. It was very tough. He was tougher than the Big Daddies in 1 and 2. Like, those guys, you can at least, get them with a good few things, hit them with a couple of times, and they'd be down. But no, you have to dip out. No, they're dead. They take forever to die. He took forever to die. And I was like, can you please just die? He didn't die right away, but he died as soon as it took a while to die, thank God. Though he died, thank God. And of course, Elizabeth killed us. With the drill from the Big Daddy. Thank you, girl. Thank you. I appreciate you. I had good things about you. You were an interesting character. But then you had to go on and kill us, which also, somehow they survived. I don't get it, but whatever. And also the whole thing of Barrel at Sea Part 2, Elizabeth is the one who figures out who the Would You Kindly message, the ace in the hole, all that. Wouldn't Atlas know that if, Atlas was the guy who commissioned, when Frank Fontaine was the guy who commissioned commissioned it and was involved in the development? I really don't think that was an important aspect to it. Would have been an important aspect to the game. But again, that's just me. Again, I mentioned that in my video about my theory. You can check that out. Again, I know I keep pushing the theory, but the theory is actually really helpful to helping understand some of this stuff. Okay, it helps me understand what the hell is with BioShock. BioShock Infinite Barrel at Sea is not what it should be. In my opinion, it should be a bit different. Plus, a good portion of that game was just like, walk, 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 walk. Oh, dodge some enemies. Take them out silently. At one point when I was in Columbia, I'm like, screw this, I'm out of here. Shoot me all you want, I'm out of here. I got the lock of hair I needed. I have my lock of hair from this dimension. I'm off to the next universe, to the universe I came from. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace. I really didn't care, and I just wanted to get out of there as soon as possible. And I wanted to get back to playing. I just wanted to finish it up, and the whole ending bit where it was like, yeah, we helped combine help the sisters, connect, help, bond with the Big Daddy. I mean, okay, that's a bit of a stretch for me. I mean, honestly, she was the one who helped with everything that was big in BioShock 1. I mean, not that I'm against it, but it's like, I feel like other people would have been able to figure that out instead of just having her just be like, oh, look at me, I know what I'm doing. Oh, look at me, this thing's in my way. Oh, look, this is a very important plot thing here that I need to have taken care of for something else in this franchise. I'll go take care of that. It was just like, can we please not? No. Plus the whole, like, Atlas doing the whole lobotomy thing, like, oh, literal reaction. At least, somewhat. That was a reaction. I will say this, I'm gonna say this, I may give this game a shot again in the future, these games again in the future. I will also say this, I'm probably going to try streaming these on my gaming channel, for the gaming channel in the future when I actually get a way to set up the PlayStation to do all that. And, you know, have a place to quietly do that, because I want to do that. So, yeah. But I currently don't have the technology or the know-how and all that, so yeah. Oh, and also, as you can see, we're almost done with the machine gun. The machine gun's actually almost done. As you can see, they're both not the upgraded as the versions, but you are more than welcome to upgrade them. I forgot to mention in the little talk on the mock spotlight how much. Okay, we got 4 minutes, like 4 minutes, 4 minutes left of the video. Okay, honestly, I mean, I feel like some of the complaints I had with BioShock Infinite came across in 2 in the Barrel at Sea games, just because of how it was. But again, the games are. Would I recommend the Barrel at Sea stuff? Not really. They're. I mean, they're. I say this to people who I have never played BioShock. If you want, check them out yourself. But I mean, you're welcome to decide if you'd like to play them or not. I'm not gonna force you to play them. I will tell you that much. I didn't have a good experience. I didn't enjoy them, but you may find enjoyment out of them. I'm not gonna force you from. I'm not gonna force you from playing it. If you like those games, tell me why. I'd love to hear your reasons why for BioShock 1 and BioShock Infinite and Barrel LC Part 1 and 2. Let me know why. If you hate my guts because of that, let me know. I'm sorry, but I don't really, like I said, I haven't really enjoyed the game. So yeah, we're gonna have a couple minutes of silence here, again, like always, before we head to the outro. But yeah, we're almost done with the machine gun, and then yeah, we'll be done with the video. So yeah, there probably might be like a couple extra things done in the video, but yeah, you know, you'll probably be able to see all the big daddies together looking awesome together. But yeah, after that, we'll be done. We'll be done with the video. So yeah, I'll see you all in the outro. Alrighty, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I enjoyed making it for you guys. I actually really enjoyed talking my BioShock, some BioShock for you guys. I recorded both of them back to backs this time, so yeah, I actually really did enjoy talking about them. So yeah, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications. Check out my friend's novel Rise. Link to that in the description down below, as always. Also, check out DKBrickStudios. Link to that in the description down below. Also, check out also check out my other channel, DK Gaming Studios. Link that is in the description down below. I've already said that. Also check out my Patreon. Link that is in the description down below, as always. Also check out my socials. Link that is in the description down below. And yeah, I'll see you all in. So yeah, this is Damien from DKBrickStudios. Signing off from Rumor. May the force and the force of others be with you always. I'll see you all in the next video.
Birds of a feather, well weathered together, chasing the dark from the night. Trust in your feelings and find a new hope. Take your best shot and let go.